Welcome to the Feel Good 5, quick tips, tools, and strategies to help you feel good more of the time.
Recently, I came across an old quote that I had jotted down in one of my journals years ago. The quote was, "Nothing will change if you don't." I tried to see if I could find the original author, and I couldn't, unfortunately, but I did find some quotes that maybe this one was just paraphrasing, though. But regardless, it's a good quote and it makes a lot of sense. Probably at the time I wrote it down, I was viewing it more from a traditional goal setting mentality, meaning you need to take different actions if you want different results, which is true. But today I wanted to take that concept a bit deeper because it's not just our actions that matter. In fact, I would even say that our actions are just a tiny piece of the big picture when it comes to our quality of life. I can remember years ago when I truly thought that the secret to success was taking massive action on whatever goals I was working on. I really believed that if I just worked hard enough, I'd get to where I wanted to be. And I don't want to dump on that mentality too much because I do think there's value in working hard and being proud of your accomplishments. There's nothing wrong with that, but action alone will only get you so far. I remember periods of time where I would just hustle and grind as much as I was capable of doing, and I would be absolutely exhausted for months and still get very little results. So I knew that there must be more to it than just working myself half to death. Maybe you've experienced that too. Well, when I came across that old quote not too long ago, I laughed because I could see it from two very different angles. The first one is the old traditional goal setting mentality of work your butt off and you may or may not get the results you want. But with everything I've learned over the past dozen years or so, I realize that it's more important to change who you are, not just what you do. So let's look at that quote again. Nothing will change if you don't. What if the more important message here is to work on changing your whole self-perception, your self-identity, and when you do, the results you want will find you? That might sound crazy, but is it? Think about the person that you perceive yourself to be today. You probably play many roles in your life. As a child to your parents, maybe you're someone's spouse, someone's parent, someone's sibling. Maybe you're an accountant or a rock star or whatever you do for work. But who are you really, deep down inside? Who is your authentic self? And have you moved far away from that original spark that made you so unique? See, we're each conditioned to be who others think we should be, like our parents or teachers or even society. But who are we really? Who are you really? Because I've come to believe that we will never experience true happiness and fulfillment until we have reconnected with our authentic selves, the spark of who we were always meant to be. And that can be a scary thought because many of us have a fear that we'll never be accepted for who we really are. We have some sense of shame about our authentic selves, as crazy as that sounds. We think that we have to be like everyone else if we're going to be accepted and liked. But actually, the opposite is true. When you finally start embracing your uniqueness and daring to share it with the world, people are drawn to your authenticity. They recognize that spark in you and it awakens their own spark so that they want to be around you. So my question to you today, the big $1,000,000 question is, are you being the person you want to be, or are you still trying to be who others think you should be? Or even the person that you think you should be to keep everyone else happy? Ooh, I know that's a hard one to answer unless you happen to be one of those rare souls who has always had an easy time just being yourself. Some people are just born with the confidence to be themselves and they don't care who likes it or not. Personally, I was never like that when I was younger. I spent way too long trying to please others because I felt like if I didn't, I'd be outcast, rejected, and alone for the rest of my life. Luckily, I've been working on that and I've made some good progress and probably still have a ways to go, but it's getting easier the older I get. So what about you? Are you being true to your authentic self? And are you being the person that you believe you were meant to be? And even more importantly, are you being the person that you want to be now and in the future? If not, it's totally okay, but just know that you can start turning that around right now. How? By letting go of the faulty beliefs that other people have instilled in you. By turning within and getting to know yourself better. By loving yourself for who you are, not what you do. By daring to open up and share your authentic self with the people closest to you. If you want an easy place to start, think about the person that you wish you were. Can you call to mind an image of that person now? Who is this person? What do they do for a living? Where do they live? What kinds of relationships do they have? What do they look and feel like on a daily basis? Are they confident, creative, adventurous, loving, compassionate, successful? Start nurturing those traits within yourself. Start thinking and feeling and acting like that person more of the time now. And at first, it might not feel natural to you, but over time, you'll get more comfortable with it. And you'll start shedding that false persona that you created to blend in. And that's when life really starts to get good. Not only will you feel much, much better when you're constantly connected to your authentic self, but life will start responding to you differently because of it. Success will come more easily to you. People will like you more. You'll feel a deeper sense of fulfillment like you never have before, most likely. I won't say that it's always easy, but it's so worth it.
Thanks for joining us for the Feel Good 5 today. For more Feel Good inspiration, come hang out with us at the Feel Good Club at feelgoodclub.info. That's feelgoodclub.info. This is Wendy with the Feel Good Club and Wings for the Heart, and I'm wishing you all of the feel good you can handle.